joining. Today we're going to be covering our Q4 updates. So a lot of the feature releases that we've updated over the last quarter, some things that we've updated, over more time than that, because it has been a little while since we've done one of these. My name is Katie. I'm on the product marketing team. So I work closely with our customers to get your feedback on the product. I'm sure I've spoken with some of you before. And then also share that feedback with our technology and product teams to make sure that we're building the right products for our customers. And then I also do a lot of our webinars. So hopefully you've joined some of the webinars that we've been doing this year. We have feature deep dives. We have these what's new. We have a lot of other great content to help make sure you're really up to speed on all of our features. So I've been hosting a lot of those alongside Abby, who's also on the product marketing team. So today we have a great agenda. We're going to cover updates to our visual tools, so our 3D floor planner, mood boards. We'll get into some of the financial details around payments, documents, and budget. We'll talk about updates to our selections feature, and then get into project management, so schedule, tasks. And then we'll wrap up with updates we've made on the mobile app. So hopefully those of you who use our mobile app have seen a lot of the great updates that we've been making there. I know we always get this question, so we will be sharing this recording afterwards. So don't feel like you need to take notes as you're going through. And then you'll see a Q&A tab or the chat panel. You can feel free to add questions in there, and then we will do our best to address them as we go through. So with that, I think we're ready to start with the 3D floor planner. Let me just pull up my screen. Okay, perfect. So I'm in a project here. You can see I'll go into the 3D floor plan. This is a really exciting update that we recently launched, which is the ability to create a proposal or an estimate directly from a 3D floor plan. So in the past, those two experiences were pretty disconnected. So you could create a beautiful 3D floor plan, but then if you wanted to turn any of that into an estimate or proposal for your client, it was a pretty manual process. So we've created that automatic link here really as a way to save you time and reduce those extra manual steps. So you'll see here, I have my beautiful floor plan created. And when you go over to this right panel, you'll see on the bottom, proposal. I'm in a designer account, so it says proposal. If you're in a build account, it will say estimate. You just click on that. And then it pulls up all of the items that were in your floor plan. So you can see you can choose either to create a proposal from these floor plan items, or if you prefer to create it from scratch, that's fine. Just click on this link. It will take you to create a proposal from scratch. But it's really nice here. You can see that all of the items, all 26 that were in my floor plan, are automatically selected. You can also choose, if this is a multi-floor floor plan, that's another update we recently launched. You can choose if you want to use this floor, or if you wanted to pull from a second floor or a basement or any other floors that you've added. Just quickly, I'll show you over here. This is how you would add a new floor if you're not familiar with that. And then here again, you can go through, take a look, just double check that you do want all of those individual products added into that proposal or estimate. Then you can click down here to preview the proposal. So again, it will just show you everything. You can choose if you do want to combine across floors. So if you have multiple floors, maybe you want to put everything together into one proposal, you can just toggle that on. And then you just click here, create proposal. It does take a minute. I'll just caveat that. I think it may actually take a little bit longer because I'm sharing my screen. So don't be worried about that. We'll just give it a minute here to create the proposal. Abby, are there any questions in the meantime?
Nope, we are good right now.
Okay.
All good.
Great. We'll just give that a moment here. So then you can see my proposal is pulled up. All of the items are automatically added in here. And then you have all the same functionality that you do with a typical proposal. So you can customize it. You can add in different columns. You can, create sections or groups, all of that. And then when we go all the way down to the bottom, this is a long proposal. 1 second. You'll see that there's a section for the floor plan. So it's automatically included here, and there's even the different viewing options. So you can see it as a floor plan, or you can toggle between the dollhouse mode or the walkthrough mode. So it's a great way also for your clients to have a better view of that proposal. Any questions?
Nope, we're good.
Okay, great. And then if you click here again, view floor plan, that will take you back into the floor plan. Perfect. Okay, so there we have our 3D floor plan updates. And then I'll also just show some updates we've made to mood boards. So I'll go back here. We'll go back to the full project. For those of you who haven't used our mood boards, we have been making a lot of updates there recently. So I definitely would encourage you to check it out. So we have these 2 mood boards, let's say, that we've already created for this project. And one request that we've gotten a lot is to be able to customize the fonts. So once you have highlighted the text, then you can just click this dropdown, and we've added the full library of Google fonts. So I think it's around 1,700. So you can see here we've highlighted popular fonts. If you click on more fonts, you can just search in here. If there's a font that you typically like to use in your business, you can search for it. You can also sort. Apparently, you can look for, what's a popular font, what's a trending font, and then just use those. So your mood board formatting is really consistent with how you want it to be. Another update we've launched previously than this quarter, but if you haven't seen it, is the ability to have multiple pages on a mood board. So that's just a really nice feature here, again, making those mood boards more useful for you and more comprehensive for your clients. And then one more update we have for mood boards is in the client dashboard. So you have the option to publish all of your mood boards to the client dashboard. And then when your client is in there looking at them, they can really easily switch if you have multiple mood boards. So for instance, in this project, we have 2 here. So if your client here is looking at them, they want to see the breakfast nook mood board. Okay, this looks beautiful. And they can go up here to this drop down here and really easily get into the other mood board that you have for them. So again, it's just saving time, saving some of those extra steps for you and for your client. And then on a side note, we are working on a lot of updates to the client dashboard. So those, I believe, will be coming in the beginning of next year. Okay, any questions?
Not so far. Still good. Feel free to leave any questions in the chat or Q&A.
Great. Okay, great. So for those of you who are using payments through Houzz Pro, again, we have credit card or ACH payments. So your clients can directly pay you through Houzz Pro. Everything will be tracked in one spot. We often get questions around the status of those payments. So, when will it be deposited? Or, I got it one big payment. What payments make up that one big payment? And so we've recently launched a payouts report that you can access when you go into company financial reports. You'll see here our payments report we already have. This here is our payouts report, the new one. And it will show a really detailed view of all the individual payments that you've got, along with the transfer ID, whether they were done instantly through our new instant payouts feature, or whether they were just transferred in the standard payout time. And then when you click into it, you can see more details. I will say this is a demo account, so the dollar amounts are not huge, but you can get a sense when you click in, how much was transferred to you, what fees were paid on it, what document it's linked to, etc. So say on December 1st, you get one big deposit and you're not sure which clients it's from or which projects it was specifically for. You can really easily click into this to see exactly which documents were being paid or which projects they were in relation to. And we will also, within, I think, the next week or two, be adding more banners onto the homepage. So those will be more direct ways for you to see that you've got a payment, and then also just click into the payouts report to get a more detailed view of it. Any questions there?
Nope.
Okay, great. And then just the last update here is around turning on purchase orders so they sync to QuickBooks Online. And this is specifically for the builders. So I'm just going to share this visual from the help article because I don't have an account that's synced to QuickBooks. But this is just something new to make your financial reporting and tracking much more seamless. So when you're in your QuickBooks Online settings, there's a specific section for purchase orders, and you can toggle that on. So then all of your purchase orders will automatically sync to QuickBooks in addition to everything else. Any questions?
Nope, I don't think so.
Okay, great.
Cool. Awesome. Well, I will take over from here, guys. So I am looking at an estimate right now. It's going to be the same thing for proposals for designers, but something that we've recently added is saving as default. So you may have seen it if you've recently done an estimate or proposal, but for your terms and conditions, as well as for the scope of work memo at the top, you can actually save as default. So let's say for terms and conditions, you want to add in some disclosures like not liable for X, Y, or Z, right? You can do all of that and then save it as a default. So on your future estimates, those terms are automatically going to appear. So that's something that's really helpful. You can also always adjust on a case-by-case basis, but saving as a default is actually a faster step than using a template. So it just kind of speeds up that process for you a little bit. Next up is on our budget feature. So you guys may or may not have access to the budget feature. It's one of our premium top features that we have in Houzz Pro, that and bid management. But something that we just recently updated for the budget is being able to view by different ways, right? So up at the top, you'll see view by category. That's how the budget has been since it came out, right? But we just introduced view by room. So if you've assigned rooms to the individual items on your estimate or proposal, those you can also organize it to view everything that's happening in the kitchen, everything that's happening in the bathroom, etc. So whatever rooms you put in, those will be available to you in the budget if you'd rather view it in by room instead of view it by category. Another fun thing that we've done for the budget is we've added it to the project overview page. So if you're looking at the project and you see all the features, and this is kind of your project dashboard, right? You can actually see this little snippet view of your budget so that you kind of know at a glance, are you over budget? Are you under budget? And that sort of thing. So it's kind of that at a glance view for you to know what's going on financially for your project. Okay. Any questions so far, Katie?
Nope, no questions.
Perfect. All right, now we will move into the updates on selections. So the first one is a really great update. So this is going to be the selections tracker, but across all or a set number of projects. So all you're going to do is go into company, financial reports, and then go down to the bottom where it says global tracker report. So this is basically going to be selections tracker, but exported out into an Excel file or a CSV file. And you can filter and choose what projects you want to include. Do you want to do all open, all in progress projects? Are there specific projects that you want to do out of the list? Let's do all open ones. You can use the filters that you're used to seeing in the selections tracker. So maybe it's all approved items. Let's do that. Order status, I want to do all the things that are en route. I want to look at a list of all of those things. You can filter and sort all the way down, include document timestamp information. So I only want to see purchase orders that were created in the last 90 days or the purchase orders that were sent in the last 30 days, things like that. You can filter all the way down. And then once you hit generate report, you have even more options. You can filter, turn things on and off. If you don't want to include the price, if you don't want to include the title, you can change and alter this however you want. And then when you hit download report, it's going to load that up for you. It's pretty quick. You see it switched almost immediately to completed. And then we just download that document. And you can see basically a full a full Excel document of everything that's happening. Let me just drag this window over because I made a mistake on that. There you go. So that's what that looks like at the end of the day. So you can see I've got the different project names. I've got the product information, the images, the image links, approval status. If it's included on an estimate, it's going to give you the estimate number. If it's included on a purchase order, it'll give you the purchase order number. And all of those fields that you're used to seeing on the selections tracker will all be included here. Some people like to use this for procurement. Some people like to use this for sales tax reporting because you can get the full product list of all the things that you're selling. Either way, it's really awesome to be able to see everything in one place and kind of take the next steps in the procurement process. So that's something that we're super excited about. The next one is custom order status tracking. So again, this is about our selections tracker. So our selections tracker is procurement's best friend. That's what I like to call it. So when you have all of your items loaded into selections boards, they're automatically available in the selections tracker, right? So you can see all the products for the specific project. But now what we've added is the ability right here. I've always been able to assign a specific order status, but now you can add your own custom statuses. So if I hit add new status, maybe I want to say at the job site, right? I can create that status. And so as things are delivered to the job site, I can say add to the job site and make those fields, make those drop downs and options exactly what you want them to be. There's probably things that are specific to your business and are important to you. And so now you can really customize that so that it works, it matches your internal processes. So that is that for the selections tracker. Any questions about these two tracker features, Katie?
Yeah, one question on the custom status. Can you edit the status or delete it?
So you can't edit or delete any of the ones that are defaults, but you can edit or delete the ones that you've created. So you can see I've made here test. I can just hit that delete button and remove that. But if that's something that you're interested in, let us know because we can definitely share that feedback with the team if you're looking to be able to delete these existing ones.
Awesome, thanks. I think that is it for now.
Okay, awesome. The next new improvement, I'm just going to call it out, but we're going to show a video later. So selections boards are now available on mobile app. So that was a pretty popular request from our contractor friends and our designer friends, being able to access those on the go. Like I said, there will be a video in just a little bit that we'll look at to show that, but that's something new and awesome. Another thing is tear sheet customizations. So if you use this export dropdown and you hit download tear sheets, we've introduced these new customizations. So if you want to include or exclude a cover image, if you want to include or exclude the room information, you can kind of go through and make these tear sheets your own and then just hit download and it's going to reflect all of those changes for you on the tear sheets. So just a little bit of extra customization for you to be able to view only what you want to view, if that makes sense. Okay, let me check and see if there's anything else. Yes, we have one more. And so this is on selection boards. So I'm in my selection board and we've introduced the ability to duplicate, which is really exciting. So let's say, for example, you have this section in your selection board called appliances, and maybe you want to reuse these appliances. Maybe that's a popular appliance package that you're going to use again. You can actually click these three dots here, go down to duplicate section, and you can duplicate the section to another project and choose the specific project and the specific board that you want to duplicate it to. So when you choose the project, then it will give you the boards in that project and you can duplicate it over. You can also do that for individual items. So let's say just this range, I want to duplicate this and move it to another project. It will do that as well. And basically what will happen is the comments and the approval status will not be carried over, but all other details will be carried over wherever that duplication destination is. And you can also do entire boards too. So the last thing is entire boards. So if we go all the way back out to selection boards, like maybe, for example, there's some tile. You have a whole board of tile and you want to reuse it in another project, you could do that. Just hit duplicate board. That same pop-up's going to appear and you can duplicate that into a different project. So really ways to expedite your workflow for those things that you're going to use over and over again, right? So super exciting improvement there. Before we move on from selections, any questions about anything selections related?
Nope, no other questions. Just some positive feedback on all the customizations that we're adding.
Good, good. I love customization too. It's the best part. Okay, so now we're going to move on to some project management changes. So the first one is project milestones and also the project due dates. So if you work with schedules, schedules are great. They allow you to, link things together, organize out the flow of your project, right? So if you want to add a new item to your schedule, you actually have additional options now. So you can add a milestone, which is going to appear like this diamond here. So maybe after slab rough-ins, we're going to say, let's say MEP rough-ins. That's the next milestone after that. And you can basically just drag this like anything else and move it exactly where you would want it to go within the process. And so basically it's an additional layer for you. It's that milestone pinpoint of this is when this needs to happen. And once we've achieved this, I'll know that that phase is good as gold, right? So that's really exciting new improvement. And then the next is project dates. So if you do project dates, it's going to pull any pertinent dates for that project based off of financial documents that are in your project. And so you can actually choose to add future document due dates automatically to the schedule, or you can do that manually here, and it will actually link those into your milestones as well. So you can add that in, and then let me see. I don't even know where the due date went for that one. So I may have messed that up a bit, but you kind of get the gist. So you can basically just, there you go, project due date, that payment. So that payment is automatically logged onto the schedule now. So you know exactly when that guy is due. There you go. It was in the past. But yeah, so it's going to be added as a milestone with the payment. So both like, the hardcore, like in the field milestones can be achieved as well as those payment milestones in the schedule now. So really exciting update there. Next up, tasks. So in tasks, oftentimes there's tasks that you need to do every single time. Like you probably always have to contact the city to schedule an inspection, right? Or if you're a designer, you probably always have to do some sort of like welcome meeting, right? A welcome meeting to introduce and figure out the client's design style, right? So if you create those items as tasks, you can actually take those tasks now, check the box next to ones that are relevant to you, and save them as a template. So that way you can use that template again in the future on future projects. You can also do it from up here at the top. You can manage the templates. You can save all of the items on your task list as a template. And you'll also be able to manage those templates from a global place that I'll show you in just a minute. So let's say this always needs to happen. This always needs to happen. And I want to save this as part of a template. When you're ready, it's going to ask you, do you want to create a new task template or do you want to add this to an existing task template? So you can choose which one you want to do. You can label it. You can add in a task description, add in the task description and all of those details. And basically what happens is the assignees, attachments, comments, and links to the schedule will not be saved in the template, but just the information of the actual task will be saved in the template. So it can be a really awesome way to save those templates. So let's just say, I'm just going to call this a basic template, right? So that we can go back and look at it in just a second. So we'll save that. And then let's say in the future, you want to be able to access those templates and edit them, right? If you go to company and templates, that's where all your templates live. So we've added tasks down at the bottom and you'll be able to see any of the task templates that you've created. So that basic one we just made together is right here. And it's got my 2 tasks right there. And to use it, you just hit use, choose the project or lead, and keep on going. So it's really exciting for you to be able to templatize your process, really set up a process and build a process in Houzz Pro. So great stuff there. And then last but not least from me is daily logs. So in our daily logs, we've recently added the functionality to set a default. So if you are running a crew or you're running a design team, right, and you want them to report the same information to you every time they submit a daily log, you can actually just go ahead and use the functionality that we have in the overview to lay out what you want, right? So I just typed in completed work summary, who was on site, reported issues. I bulleted those out, and I'm going to save that as the default. So what that's going to but what that means is on all future daily logs, it's going to automatically apply that template. So let's go back out to daily logs, and I'll show you how that works in play. Let's create a new one. And then boom, all of that is there for me. So let's pretend future me tomorrow. I need to make sure I fill out the right information on the daily log. There's basically a form for you to fill out all the information that you need. So that can, again, be super helpful if you're running a team and you want to make sure they're all reporting the same information every day. It can be super helpful for that. Okay, I know that was very fast, but any questions, Katie?
No questions.
Awesome. All right. Well, we will move now into a quick video showcasing some of the mobile app updates that we've made recently.
Okay, great. Let's try this and let's see if the sound comes through. Abby, just give me a thumbs up if we can hear the voiceover.
Okay.
Now available in the Houzz Pro mobile app, you can easily chat with your teammates with the new chat feature. Simply click on the chat icon in the upper right, and from here you'll see a global team chat. Click on the chat to either see all of the chat history or continue the conversation within the chat itself. Another way to easily access the chat is to go to the project itself. And from here, you'll see a chat option at the very top, right next to the menu underneath the project title. This will take you back to the chat as well. Within the chat, you can easily tag or mention other team members. Additionally, you can very easily add different items from within the project, including photos, local files from your phone, or any other items. Next, you can easily manage and edit your selection boards within the mobile app as well. If we navigate back to the home page, you can click selection boards and see all of your selection boards across all of your projects. You can also access these individually by each project by clicking on the Projects tab and choosing what project you'd like to look at the selection boards for. On the Project Home tab, you can just scroll down or reorder this. Go ahead and click on Selection Boards. From here, you can do everything you can do on the web. So you can easily decline or approve boards. You can see each section and what the budget was. You can even comment and have conversations with your client and team members on these. Next, we've made some really exciting updates to the way that you can take photos and easily annotate and communicate with team members, subs, and even clients through photos. There are many different ways to take pictures within the mobile app. If you click Create down at the bottom, you can click Take a Photo. You'll choose from your leads list or your project list. And then from here, you'll be able to take as many photos as you want at one time before having to upload and also annotate those pictures. So for instance, let's say you want to get quite a few shots of this open hole that we have here to show that the drywall needs to be replaced and to also show the progress with the plumbing updates. As you take photos, you'll see the system will store as many as you've taken. With each individual one, you can add a file name, you can mark these up, you can delete them, maybe if you took too many. You can easily see all of the ones that you've been working to upload. And then you can click Upload. You can also continue and do a video or a walkthrough. The walkthrough allows you to actually show your face. You can give more of a personalized video to clients or even subs or team members. Another new feature is this microphone that allows you to create daily logs or notes based on the photos or videos that you've taken. I'm going to go ahead and click the mic here. So as I start to take photos, you'll see that it is documenting what I'm saying up at the top here with AI. I'm going to take a few pictures here. Now when I go to click upload. This will give me the option to save this just to my photos and videos or to a daily log. When you click daily log, this will go ahead and upload everything. But then right here at the top, you can see the daily log it created. I'm going to click on the log here. You can see that it documented what I said, included the picture for the time that I had the microphone enabled, and save that as a new daily log.
And then this update here is just showing you how on the app now you can do a room scan and then toggle between those multiple floors. So just like I was showing you on desktop, now we have the ability to also create a multi-floor floor plan from the mobile app if you do a room scan. Abby, do you want to touch on the other 2 mobile updates?
Yes, absolutely. So there's 2 other updates that have also happened. You can actually download estimates, proposals, and invoices as PDFs now from your mobile app. So that's something that you can do super easily from the documents themselves. And then lastly is workday exceptions in the schedule. You can also manipulate those on iOS and Android now. The estimates and PDFs download is iOS only. The schedule workday exceptions you can do on iOS or Android. So those are 2 other recent updates that just came out. So if you guys don't mind, we'll send out a quick poll to you. It's going to be 2 questions actually. Which update are you most excited about? And then also what are there any features that you wish that we had in Houzz Pro? So feel free to let us know what you think. And yeah, we'd love to hear from you.
We did get one question from Blake around whether the chat is available for subcontractors. And it's not currently available for subcontractors. Right now, it's only available for your team, but that is something that we're looking into. So if anyone else feels like that would be helpful for them, just let us know. We're going to be working on that in the beginning of next year. Okay, great. I think that's it. Thank you, everyone, for joining. We'll be sending out this recording either later today or tomorrow. Have a great day and happy holidays, everyone. Thanks.
Thanks.